Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Secrets of Aal'Teron. My name is Brandon, the DM, your game master, dungeon master, whichever term you prefer, depending on which system you are using. Tonight, I'm joined by our wonderful cast, starting with the soon-to-be dad to my right-hand side.
Hi.
Or maybe dad by now.
Or maybe dad by now.
Or maybe bed. Yeah.
Or maybe
That's
dad
also
by
true.
da.
But what if baby?
What if baby?
I asked
Also,
you that.
hi everybody, I'm Griskwatch. I'll be playing Aal'Teron, the Human Ranger, for at least another night until this whole thing comes to an end. And my camera's not focusing. There it is.
There it is.
Hi.
There it is. Real David Grace.
What's up, everybody? I'm Real David Grace, and I am Louston and Vitalis and in an elf body, and we're still figuring out how to use it. Keep it locked.
Yeah. You did that like a YouTube intro. Like, what's up, everybody? Welcome
I'm a
to...
YouTuber now. Shameless plug for Prototype.
Yeah, welcome to Big Dick Cantrip 6969. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. And Thick Pastel.
Hi, it's me, Thick Pastel. And Steak had a really good intro for me and didn't send it to me, and I don't know it, so I didn't come up with anything.
My name's Luna, and I'm in danger. I'm in the back of the ship making out with a ranger.
Okay, thank you.
There you go,
Heading
you're
into
welcome.
danger, I believe it was.
I think that's
I
what it
have
was.
a bad memory.
Yeah. And Steak Saucy.
Hey everybody, it's me, Steak. I'm playing Zorthos. I think we're in the end game now. That's what they said in Spider-Man at the end of Thor, anyway.
Oh my god.
That's what they said in Spider-Man at the end of Thor.
It's like a cameo.
But those post-credit scenes.
Oh, last week on Secrets of Aal'Teron. Ooh. The party essentially, well, actually, there was a lot that happened beforehand first. Louston was dying. His spirit was drifting away because he'd been using his spirit to essentially cast magic and burning away at his own soul. When he got knocked out by the Spectre, simple medicine checks and spells were not able to necessarily save him and his soul from drifting away. However, Vitalis offered him a deal. He needed a body for his soul to take place in, and she offered his to him, and he agreed. Before she gave her life, before telling Luna what was happening, she made sure that Luna was to keep the promise that they made to bring her back, for Luna to perfect her circle to what it should be, and to make sure that they gave Vitalis a clean slate to try this thing at life once again. Louston was brought back. He is now a reborn half-elf, and now a druid of the Circle of Graves, which is a homebrew circle that we have come up with simply for Vitalis that we thought Luna was going to take. However, weirdly enough, it is now Louston.
How the turntables have turned.
How the turns have tabled. Essentially, the party devised a plan to steal an airship without contest and make their way to the main continent of Aal'Teron. The party then rummaged through Haxos, finding any kind of gear that they needed. They leveled up. They got some new buffs. Aaron got a cool attachment for his bow that he doesn't know what it does yet, with the speaking stones and other trinkets. Zorthos got a really cool wand. Luna got a harness to increase... Luna got a harness to give herself an aura to give her party members a +2 to their AC when they're around her from within 10 feet, and a gun to go on top of her when she is in wild shape form. And Louston got a hammer of Moradin. The party made their way to the airship, got on, started making their way to Aal'Teron. Sorry, the main actual continent, the old original kingdom of Aal'Teron. They've got about a day's travel. They've just woken up from their long rest, and that's where we're starting this week's episode. Now, as everybody is very well aware, we are approaching the end of the campaign. So this is a good opportunity for everybody to come up with their game planning, action planning. Essentially, like I said, you left the last save point, essentially, is what you just left. It's about a day or so travel, maybe a little less because you've taken a long rest. Are there any conversations that need to be had? Any ideas that need to be brought up? Any game planning that needs to be established? Yes, Zorthos?
A long time ago, I asked you about outfitting. Like, how I wanted to have like a shoe knife, razor blades in my hair, like a blade in my belt. At this point, have I acquired enough stuff to say that I'm pretty well equipped with hidden weapons?
Yeah, probably. If you were to get arrested right now, you'd probably get out of prison or be the main guy in charge in a prison in a heartbeat. Yes.
Okay. What do you guys think? What is our plan? What's our mission?
Well, killing the Spectre is the obvious one, but
then what?
Yeah, what is the Spectre's plan anyway?
I'm gonna leave you guys to discuss this. I need to step away for a second, and Lawson's gonna walk away.
Okay.
Okay, so because I have a terrible memory, DM, the Spectre's plan that he was telling me basically back in the throne room.
Essentially, yeah, I'll recap it for everybody. The Spectre was brought back to life by the Prince Frederick of Aal'Teron. Yeah. The reasoning that Prince Frederick brought him back was because the prince believes that his father is not doing a good job at being a rightful ruler. Frederick wants control over the entire realm once more, like Aal'Teron used to be, before the 3 continents split into their own individual kingdoms. King Aldine is fine with this. He is running his kingdom. He has no business with the others unless it's like trade deals. He is not in charge of them. Frederick thinks that's not how it should be, though. They are the rightful heirs. It is their bloodline. It is them that has always run this kingdom. He wants that power back. However, his father disagrees, and that is one of the reasons why Frederick has not, taken his father's place at the throne, because he's too immature, and that's what he wants. So that's why the king is not retired. So, therefore, Spectre was brought back by Frederick by means that you don't really know yet, for him to cause havoc throughout the realm, except for the main continent of Aal'Teron. So that way, the people of Aal'Teron would look to, hopefully, to the main continent, to the Old King, for their help, to cause kind of chaos and amok. This would cause Frederick to replace his father, to deem his father unfit for the job for not helping other lands and continents, and send the Aal'Teron forces out to these other continents to stop whatever is going on, and that way they could prove that the main continent of Aal'Teron should still have rightful rule over the rest of the realm because they have the power and the forces available to do that. However, the Spectre had different plans in mind. He has gotten more powerful than Frederick thinks he has. Just because Frederick has the phylactery, for some reason, the Spectre thinks that, that is not enough to stop him, and his ultimate goal is to take out the king and Frederick and anybody that gets in his way so he can be the ultimate ruler of the realm and have complete dominance and control of all 3 continents. The Spectre is now currently dead. You know that the phylactery is in the hands of Prince Frederick, but you don't know how long until the Spectre comes back.
Right. Okay, so all that information got dispersed to the group.
Yeah. That was Aaron that said all that.
Okay. No, I understand.
So, really, who we need to talk to is the king, if he's still alive.
Yes.
I guess so.
And if he's not, then what? Just attack the Spectre and the Prince if he's still alive?
Oh, man, that'd be 2 different foes to fight. We kill the Prince, and then we still have to deal with the Spectre. We kill the Spectre, we still have to deal with the Prince. That's a lot.
Well, the Spectre wants to kill the Prince anyway, so...
So, do we just let him do that and then beat him up?
You can all roll me an intelligence check if you choose.
I would like to. Yeah, Aaron doesn't have very high intelligence, but he would like to.
I got a 21.
Okay.
I believe I've got a 7. Let me
Okay.
check my bonuses.
What did Luna get?
Yeah, 7.
12.
Well, Lawson, were you kind of listening into this, or no? You walked away, you said, right?
Yeah.
I'm Lawson's having just like a moment.
Zorthos, as Aaron and Luna are trying to decipher like what to do, like, oh, we do with one or do with both, blah, 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 blah. As soon as Aaron brings up the phylactery, you know that a lich can't come back if their phylactery is not intact anymore.
Hey, you guys know all we have to do is destroy the phylactery and then kill him, and he won't be able to come back. So there is a way to do it.
Oh,
So maybe we need to focus on maybe finding that as well, because we have no idea what it is, right, DM?
You don't know what it is. You just know, according to the Spectre, from what he told Aaron, that the prince has it, and that was kind of like his leverage he had over the Spectre. Was like, hey, you fuck with me, this is getting destroyed. But the Spectre is no longer afraid of that.
so potentially the prince is an even stronger foe than the Spectre. Potentially.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that we should just keep our eyes open while we're out there. And, like, we should maybe ask questions if we meet important people or try to figure out something. Because if we could find out where it is and we could get to it, that could be a bunch of leverage, too, you know?
Well, the most difficult thing for us is even going to be making a case for even approaching the king.
Oh
And-
yeah, because if we just off the prince, that makes us terrorists.
Yeah,
Pretty sus.
Right, we would. Well, in the situation, if like he, if he had already killed his father, I mean that's completely different. Then I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people on our side. But if he hasn't done it yet, we're gonna have to try to convince the father of a bad person that his son is bad.
Or would it be another war entirely? Because, I mean, there are still people in the realm that kind of are on board with the idea of reuniting the kingdoms again.
That's true.
Difficult place to be in.
Yeah, you would know
What
that
do
it's
we
a
do?
difficult place to be in, which just makes all the more sense of like why the prince is probably doing this, causing havoc throughout the realm, because there are people that still think the kingdom should be united once more. So setting up his father to essentially fail for him to take the throne is more of a tactical move. I wouldn't make sense for him to just murder his dad and become a killer. He
Right.
more or less wants his dad to be stripped of his power and Frederick to take rule because, you know, he wants people to look at him like
Makes the
he's the
line.
leader. He did it. He saved the realm. He's the hero of this world that united all the kingdoms together once again.
And if we interfered, who would be the villains?
Yes. It would be very hard to talk our way out of that kind of corner to be in. So,
While you guys are continuing to discuss this, Lawson, you walked away. What is Lawson doing?
Louston is like kind of trying to understand what the heck, like what powers he has.
Mhm.
And like his highest priority is seeing if he can connect with the girl, with Sammy.
Okay.
Like he doesn't really care about the Spectre anymore
Yeah.
because like he's done that fight.
Okay, you would know,
He still has somebody he could save.
as you are kind of still trying to figure out like Vitalis' powers, gifts that you've kind of inherited now. You know that from her communication with Luna, she can astral project, which means kind of put her spirit into different realms, planes of existence. As you focus on that and try to concentrate on everything to see if you can figure that out, do me a favor, roll me an Arcana check to see if something can click with you about trying to figure out how to tap into like astral projection.
So because this all feels so foreign to me, I'm gonna like peek my head back in, and I imagine that they're in intense conversation. We just
Yeah, you can tell Zorgos is like steering, but they're all kind of having a very serious stern like talk right now.
hey Luna, you got a minute? Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. Absolutely, of course.
Would you mind if we talk privately for a second?
Yeah. I'm gonna like reach out and grab Aaron's hand and squeeze it. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What's up, Austin?
So it seems that I have inherited a lot of Vitalis's abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you could help me understand better because I don't know this druid craft. I was, I had death magic for a hot minute there, and that was all channeled from me. So this channeling of energy from other places feels kind of odd, and I kind of need your help with something. It's like
Sure.
really important.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love
So,
to.
do you remember how I had talked about that girl?
Girl that's stuck in another plane.
I'm gonna use Vitalis' magic to go there,
Oh, okay. That's a really good idea.
and I was hoping you would come with me.
Hmm. Well, I can't say I've ever, I think it's called astral projected before, but if you want me to come with you, I will.
So,
I
the way I see it is, if Vitalis was strong enough to do all of that, then she should be able to get both of us there.
Okay.
And I know it would be really challenging to do, but you're an elite level druid. We should be able to do it together.
Yeah.
So astral projection, just real quick, was an ability that I'll just say, on her sheet was something she could do once per day. But again, Laustin, you're still trying to figure this out. Luna, you can go ahead and continue. I just want to kind of bump in and say, that is, for anybody that's listening or watching, that is the reasoning why this is a possibility to happen. I know it's a very high level spell, but it was an innate ability she had that she could just do once per day. But it's something that you guys need to figure out. Luna, continue. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, I believe if I remember reading about it correctly, I think that our bodies stay here and we go elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, and I can imagine that if we just do this right now and we don't tell the others, they're probably going to freak out a little bit because we'll be
I think we could just do it. I think we could just go, and by the time we get back, no time has passed.
Don't have to worry. I can see Aaron from here. I can tell him from here.
You don't think they're going to try to intervene?
No, why would they?
Anything can go wrong,
Aaron
kind of
would
thing.
not.
We need to look. I kind of want to we have to save this girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we'll be gone. We'll come right back.
Okay. Well, I'll just quickly tell him. I'm just gonna look at him and tell him, and then we'll go. We'll be right
Okay.
back.
All right, Luna and Laustin, I want both you to roll me Arcana checks and add them together and tell me what you get. Determine whether you can figure out together with the power of Druidcraft and Vitalis' innate abilities to figure out how you could tap into this astral projection she was able to do. Holy shit.
13.
Okay, 13. The DC was 30. So 21
Oh,
plus
yes!
a 13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It
Choo-choo.
was a high DC. However, with the 21 and the 13, you guys kind of sit, meditate a little bit together, try to figure it out, and you slowly, as you close your eyes and get heavier and heavier, feel yourself get lighter and lighter until you both kind of slip away. And we'll get back to you guys in a second, as you have now astral projected into the astral plane. Zorthos and Aaron kind of sit, knowing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want you both to do me a favor, roll me like a perception check if you could.
Sure.
I rolled high.
Did pretty good. What's my bonus now? Perception plus 10. 28.
Holy shit.
I got a 34.
Holy shit. You guys easily see this. You look towards the front of the ship, and you see that Tibbs is just kind of like sitting, like not really sitting, he's just kind of like standing like on a stool because he's small, but kind of like on the side of the balcony, just kind of like looking over, and you see he's just kind of on his own, just kind of staring off into the distance.
Hey, Tibbs, you alright over there, bud?
Huh? Oh, yes, I'm just thinking, you know? Like,
About...
Yeah, is everything good?
well, it's just a kind of a crazy story how I got here. And I was simply just a Terran gone in a village living a happy life, and then shit.
Oh, I sit down Indian style.
Shit went bad. I happened to maybe find the right person or two to get me wrapped up with all of you. You offered me to come with you on this venture, and I am grateful because I feel like we are seeking the revenge that I want, and it appears initially that the person that was in charge of this entire operation is now gone, but only temporary. I am quite worried. Because, well, this could be the end in a good or a bad way. We could make it there, and we could resolve this issue, and everything could be fine. And revenge could be sought out. It could be justified. We could have the conclusion we want, or we could not. We could fall. We could fail. In which case, well, I don't think we want to think about what happens if we fail. But most importantly, I guess to me, and I guess it is a bit selfish thinking, is after seeing those bodies fall in the Haxonian Keep, I then realized that you see a tear rolls from his face. My brothers and sisters and family and cousins and uncles and nephews and nieces and children, they weren't just gone or possessed. They are dead. And that's something I can't get back. Despite justice being served, I still won't see them again.
I mean, maybe if we get really cool magic, we can bring people back.
I think it would take quite the amount of magic that's maybe beyond mortal capability to bring back an entire village of people. Let alone an entire world of people. It's not just my people that have been slaughtered, it is many others. We saw the guards and Haxos, how many were taken, how many were slaughtered, how many were killed. And then there is my people are only a fraction of the casualties in this great catastrophe that has happened throughout this world. Could be the end of the rule of what this vicious ruler wants. But at the end of the day, I can't help but think maybe he still got what he wanted.
Well, if we are successful in stopping this tyrannical takeover and pretty much an end of the world scenario from the Spectre taking over, if we put a stop to that, we're on to the next battle. We can go from there.
The next battle.
That's kind of it, though. Like, this whole seeking vengeance for you has kind of brought you this far, but then after that, you're kind of at a point of, then what?
That's exactly where I'm kind of at. And then what? It's one thing to go on an adventure and a journey to have finite end to work towards. It's another thing to get to that end and not know what lies after. I know I am a smartass, and I speak loudly, and I use humor to mask my emotions often, but in this moment, I've been able to think clearly. While I am happy I'm here by your sides, I can't help but be curious what comes next.
Well, I can make a few suggestions, and I'm sure Zorthos can make a few of his own, but ultimately it's up to you what you do next.
Pretty much.
Indeed, everybody's tale is theirs to weave for their own, I suppose. But I guess that's something to figure out after we've taken care of this specter once and for all. And I hope that we all make it through, and I don't know, who knows, maybe go on an adventure again another day. Or, I've always thought about maybe having my own private island, that'd be nice, and rebuild New Bunya on it, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's and
Have you ever thought
That's
about maybe
kind of-
getting like a big island and splitting it into like 4 pieces and one bigger piece ever? Because bunnies take up a lot of space, something like that.
Eric's gonna lean over to Zorthos and be like, "I'm gonna be real honest with you. I really don't want to share an island with this guy."
Yeah, no. I mean, I sort of like this guy, but
Like he's cool, but I don't know if I want to live on the same island as him. Like maybe like if he was like on another island, like a short sail away that we could visit like every so often. But
Wow!
come on, man. He came all the way to the end with us.
that's
Leave
true.
him on Rentucky Island.
Let's at least let him like live. Man, fuck you. Come on, Aaron. Be nice, dude.
Sacrifice him
That's
to
our
honey
boy,
siren.
man. He drove the submarine when nobody knew how.
That's a very good.
Tibbs
point.
is finally having a very serious moment, and you're just like, I don't like this guy.
I didn't like. No, listen. I'll be
Aaron
honest with
has
you. I
trust issues for obvious
Tibbs
reasons.
Also
Brendan.
Pass the vibe check.
He was.
Y'all-
He,
also that.
Y'all haven't exactly been nice to him.
he has been the comedic relief that was supposed to be there just in case somebody died, so they could play as him for the rest of the campaign, and nobody fucking died. So he's been tagging along since then, and now he's being nice, and you still don't like him.
I don't.
Don't give me that bullshit. I've been nice to this fucking dumbass since the beginning.
His name
That's
was
true.
Colonel Tibbs.
His name was Colonel Tibbs originally. Yes.
Oh boy.
Nobody
okay.
respected
Okay,
that.
he could share the
And
island. He could share the
He
island
was a
with his
colonel of Fluffy Town.
squad. He could
Was
share
that what
the
it was?
island with
Fluffy
his
Town?
squad.
Oh, I
It's been
said
Fluffy Town.
I said
the whole
Bunya.
time.
My bad.
So we can
You
share the island
Fluffy
with him,
Town.
but I don't know.
Ugh.
I
He
say we
has,
just
he
get a
has stuck
good.
it out with us.
Yeah, I say we just fucking give him a good taste of revenge. Maybe it'll make him feel better.
Oh,
Always helps
absolutely.
me out. Yeah,
I was about to say, oh, absolutely.
for sure.
He continues to peer over the edge. And you're kind of like in this weird halfway point where behind you, you see the Hexonia Mountains kind of fading among the clouds. And ahead of you, maybe about, 6 to 10 hours, you see a very grand kingdom, golden spire buildings. Even from this far away, you can tell you're approaching the main continent of Aal'Teron. Gonna take some time to get there as he kind of looks and he goes, "Well, it appears that we only have a few hours left in this moment of peace that we have. I'm gonna try to enjoy it because we don't know what lies ahead.
Yeah.
I want to thank you both for, as well as Luna and Laustin when they awaken, for this opportunity at justice and to at least serve my people the justice they deserve." And he kind of sticks his hand out to both of you for like a firm handshake.
I'll shake his
Hell
hand.
yeah. I give him the predator shake. I grab his elbow.
Oh, he goes again. He's like, "Oh hell yes, I love this." He shakes your hand up and
Son
down.
of a bitch.
Yeah, this is what we needed, man. Do you want a gun?
He looks at Aaron, and then he looks at you, and he goes, "Zorthos, I would
Yeah.
absolutely love a gun."
Yeah, man, fucking here. I'm giving him that +1 handgun.
He goes, "I don't know how to use one of these." As he points.
Look,
at
man,
himself.
here.
Don't point it at
Okay.
yourself, for the love of God.
All
How
right.
bad do they hurt? They can't be that bad. As he
Hey,
points
hey,
at his
hey,
foot.
hey,
Oh, what?
Well, I mean, fuck around and find out. But there are rules, gun safety rules. Roll 1, always have fun. Roll 2, shoot to kill. Anyway, here's some ammo. Here's how, and I'm just gonna give him like a crash beginner's, a
Yeah.
horrible course on gun safety.
Aaron, he is breaking every gun safety rule you've ever been taught.
Or I was about to say, like, IRL me, I'm like, but
Yes.
like Aaron's like,
Okay.
eh, I don't know about guns.
Okay. All right. You continue to have this little heart-to-heart with Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah.
Cut back to Luna and Laustin. You both open your eyes. You find yourself in a weird astral plane. Laustin looks very similar to the plane you were in when you met Sammy for the first time. And then it clicks with you. Oh my god, she was in the astral plane. And it kind of goes back and forth with you. And you realize her body isn't here. It's her spirit that's here. Which means her body is back still in the main continent of Aal'Teron, wherever she is resting at or her body has been placed, while her spirit remains here. You look around and
I'm also realizing that my body was still there when I got ported the first time.
Yes.
So to them, I never moved. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Correct. So, you look around and you don't see much. This weird orange and dark abysmal landscape, water beneath your feet that you can walk on. What would you like to do?
Where is she?
I don't know. I had to like run around a bit the first time I was here, and I kind of came across her.
Okay.
Like she wasn't moving, but I was, so I think we should just start moving.
Okay.
Let's try that way, and I run ahead.
I'll follow him.
You continue running ahead, and you think back to the time when you met her for the first time. There wasn't too much information she gave you besides her name. She was scared. She's very young, maybe no older than 13, 14 years old. But the one thing that kind of does click with you slightly is the fact that she told you she wasn't hungry, wasn't tired. She was pretty well rested. She felt okay. Physically, she felt okay. She wasn't beaten, drawn out, exhausted or anything. And then you kind of get the urge to stop for a second, and you think deeply. And as you kind of think back to this memory of when you met her for the first time, do me a favor and roll me an insight check.
I can do that. Oh, I'm going to show this on 18.
Okay.
18 insight.
Gotcha. With an 18 on insight, it clicks with you, and you're like, okay, running is not going to get us anywhere. This is essentially just a continuous plane. In here, in the astral plane, essentially whatever you can kind of think into existence, what you can try to imagine with your mind, can pretty well shape, appear, bend in front of you, because the astral plane is very much a mentality space. It is a plane of spirits, a plane of projection, a plane of, spirituality and magic versus physical and corporeal, movements and bodies. Maybe thinking is the more correct route. Maybe imagining is the more correct route.
Luna, I think we have to just focus on who we're looking for together and see if we can find her that way. It is the astral plane. Maybe we have to connect with our minds. As silly as that sounds.
Doesn't sound silly.
Well, to me it does. I'm not used to this druid magic nonsense.
This is hardly druid magic, but you just need to think about her. I've never seen her before. So, I don't know if it helps, but let's hold hands and you think about her, and maybe we'll end up in the same place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to DM. I'll roll whatever check you want for me to do that, like Arcana or Nature, being that we're out here, or a spell check.
I guess I'll ask you this first before I ask you what to roll. What do you think of? What do you say? Is there anything specifically you're trying to focus on, specifically?
Oh, I'm just going to be show me the girl.
Okay. With that, do me a favor and just roll me a straight wisdom check.
I can do that.
Luna, you can also assist if you would also like to roll a wisdom check and add the two scores together.
Wisdom check 24.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got a +5 on that.
Luna, what'd you get?
17.
Absolutely. 24-17. Severely beats the DC. You guys both kind of close your eyes and just breathe. Aal'Teron, you kind of say from your breath, show me the girl. breathe in, you kind of feel like a waft of wind brush against you with your eyes closed. You feel the water that you're standing on beneath your feet kind of like waves against your feet. And as you open your eyes, you see indeed the girl stands there. Sammy, who you recognize that you met some time ago. She goes, "How did I get here? Who are you? You look familiar, and this is..."
Kid, it's me. We've met. I'm a little different, but I brought a friend. We're here to try to rescue you.
You came back?
We've been trying. It's taken some time, but you're missing a lot. A lot's been going on. But yes, came back. I told you I'd come back.
How do you plan on getting me out of here?
Well, I don't fully have that down yet. Things are a little different. That's why I brought my friend here, who's a little more creative than I am, who might have some guidance. This is Luna.
Hi, Luna. I'm Sammy. Your mouth is moving, but I hear no words.
Hi, Sammy. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so I've been here for quite some time, and I'm quite worried. Like I told you, she looks at Lawson, last time we spoke, told him my father sent me here because he said that he would bring me back when everything was safe again. But I've been here for what feels like a long time, and I wish to go back, and I fear maybe my father has abandoned me. I don't know. He said that it was not safe for me. I saw some things. He was using magic, and I was quite curious because I'm trying to learn magic myself too. So I snuck into his study to watch him to study what he was doing, but when he spotted me, he got quite concerned. He snatched me and told me to close my eyes and said everything would be okay, and he'd come for me when everything was just fine and everything was safe again. And next thing you know, I was here. What's going on?
Look, the circumstances are what's happening in the real world is not important right now. What matters is that we get you out of this hellhole and back to your body. That's what's important.
This is not my body?
Well, we're here, but like we're not actually here. We're
Have you ever daydreamed before?
Yes, I have
you ever
actually.
imagined yourself somewhere else?
Yes.
Well, this is kind of what we're doing, only we're succeeded in actually being that place. Our bodies are laying at rest somewhere. Probably you are laying at rest where you live, and your mind is living, if you will, the daydream. Unfortunately, though, we chose to be here. You didn't choose to be here, so what we're going to try to figure out is how to get you back so that you can wake up from the dream that you're in. This is still real. When I say dream, I just mean it's kind of your imagination, if you will.
So you're going to try to wake me up?
We're going to try our best.
We're going to try.
Okay.
But just something to remember is when you wake up, if they're not expecting you to be, you need to be safe. Is there someone other than your father that you trust? That you could go to if you needed to stay safe?
Probably Grandpa. He's the king.
Yeah, grandparents are really good at being protective, so yeah.
Out of game DM, the best I have under the circumstances that I like. Can I reverse use planner binding?
Ooh. I like that. Let me look at
I just feel like it's the opposite of planner binding. It would take an hour to cast. but I know we're here for like an hour. Here is like
yeah.
seconds there.
Yeah.
I don't know, either that or dispel magic is what I have.
Okay. I will let you try either or, whichever you'd like to try to choose. Dispel magic, you are more comfortable with using because you have used it before in your old kind of form. You're familiar with the spell. You know how it works. Planar binding is something completely different out of your nature. With the help of Luna,
I think that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, with the help of Luna, you can maybe figure out, again, it's like a druidic spell. You can probably figure out like a way to kind of like use that type of magic to, you know, reverse this. Because, you know, her spirit is already somewhere else. So you're trying to, instead of binding her to here, you're trying to like bind her back to where she's supposed to be. So I will say this. You can roll one or the other, because if you fail, then there's going to be some adverse effects. You can either do,
rightfully so.
You can either do Dispel Magic, and then I would have you roll an Arcana check, and with the help of Luna, she can also help you with it because you're both here together. You both roll Arcana, and the DC would be 30. You can also try to do Planar Binding. However,
which is a saving throw.
Which is a saving throw on the girl.
So we would roll the saving throw.
Essentially, you would roll a saving throw, yes.
Fair. Okay. Hey Luna, I have an idea. Have you ever done like like reverse the spell before?
No. I know that.
Want to try?
I've practiced it, like when I was learning.
Chuck's Dre, want to try?
I learned how to do it as a druid, but I was never a spell that I felt like I needed, so I've not really cast it before.
Well, it seems like Vitalis had it prepared before she died, or transferred to me. Anyway, Vitalis has the spell.
That's the correct terminology. Yes.
I think we could try it, and if you help me, we might be able to send her back.
Sure. Yeah.
But like, this is going to be very difficult, and I'm afraid.
So the options are essentially it's going to be a combined DC 30 Arcana check between the two of you for Dispel Magic, or Planar Binding would be a 25 Charisma saving throw from the both of you.
Listen, Sammy, before we do this, I just want you to know that if we fail and for some reason we get sent back, or if you don't see us again here, you will. We're on our way.
You're on your way?
We're on our way to the main capital right now.
For what?
We should be there very soon.
For what reason?
To rescue you. That's what we're coming to save you. So we have to save you here, then we'll save you there.
Save me from what?
That's not important. What is important is that when you do wake up, don't talk to anyone, no one. Don't talk to a single soul.
Not even Grandpa?
Not even Grandpa. What you're going to do is, do you have like a safe place that you go to where that no one really knows about, where you feel safe and secure?
Yes, I like to sneak around the kitchens every once in a while, and there's some small crawl spaces in there where they used to store things, and they lead to different parts of the castle. And I every once in a while use those. There's different tunnel systems I like to use to go from place to place in the castle. I used to play hide and seek a lot with my friends in there and use them.
You get down there as fast as you can, and you buckle down in one of those tunnels, okay?
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You going to do it?
If you're coming here, then you must know that the castle is... My father always keeps it very heavily guarded. How would you... Are you officials? Will you be granted access? Is there anything to worry about?
Look at me. Do you see me?
Yes.
This is access enough. Now, you understand?
Yes.
Good. and I begin rolling that Arcana check.
All right, you gonna do the spell magic?
Oh no, I was gonna go for the planner.
Planner binding?
Oh,
So, two options are you can either dispel magic, which will be an Arcana check of DC 30 combined between the two of you, or a Charisma saving throw is 25 because it's charisma based. It's a charisma saving throw.
Oh no!
Hey,
we're doing dispel magic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because charisma saving throws, I know it's a lower DC. However, I know that charisma saving throws aren't the easiest thing to pass.
I have a -1 on charisma with.
That's what I'm letting you guys choose.
Reborn Louston.
Reborn.
Reborn.
It's either lower DC for a higher level thing, or higher DC for something you're comfortable with. Both of you get to roll the saving throw.
That's not good.
Oh.
So you're relying on me.
That's why I brought you.
Luna, you need a 22 on an Arcana check.
Or we're.
Could
just say
that's
22.
impossible. I could never.
Even
if I roll a nat 20.
Oh,
I would
my
count
weak
it. I would count it
druid
as I would count it if it crit, but
I rolled a 4 plus 4.
Right.
And hey, now everybody has seen that the Dice Roller app is not slated for you. It's fair.
Luna, what'd you get?
Let me send it to you.
Oh, tell me it's a nat 1. That would be bad.
You both die. Campaign's over.
We both explode.
Aaron and Zorthos, you look over and see the body of Luna and Lawson fucking explode.
It's like,
Wow!
Wow! No way!
Holy shit, Luna.
Get fucked!
Oh my.
I was like praying to the gods of the dice and it came through.
This is why I brought Luna.
My god.
Where Louston fails, Luna thrives.
Louston, you were still a little weakened and still trying to figure this quite out, but Luna is on her fucking game. She sees you are kind of struggling.
She's the boss.
And she holds her hand up with you and kind of like in this spiritual form, she's not going to take damage because you're not in your physical body. She kind of grabs your hand as you both hold the hands out in the spell as a bright white light appears in front of you. And as it dims down, you see that Sammy is gone.
Oh. I kind of feel like you did a lot of the heavy lifting there. Not gonna lie.
I did my best to channel everything I've learned.
Well, you certainly know a lot.
I paid attention. I had to. We don't really have time to talk about why I had to, but I had to.
No, I suppose we don't. We should probably get back to the others. I can't believe this worked.
It did.
We got her out. I was afraid for a moment there that she was going to be trapped forever.
How could she be trapped when you came to save her?
Well, there was a second there I wasn't going to be able to. But in a lot of ways, I guess you kind of saved me too.
I'm happy to do so. Now let's get back to our friends.
Right. You just, I'm assuming you drop the planner, or sorry, the astral projection.
Yup.
You guys wake up in a mere brief moments have went by back on the ship. You look over and you see that Aaron and Zorthos are talking to Colonel Tibbs. It looks like they're having, you see the tail end of like the handshake happen. And as you look in the distance, you see that the main continent and city of Aal'Teron is approaching the distance a mere few hours away. Long enough for everybody to get fully in another long rest, to get your spell slots and kind of get yourself back in order. You eat, you get the rations you need, you start getting your supplies prepared and everything else. However, essentially at this point, you are kind of going in blind. Zorthos, you're flying the ship closer and closer, hours go by. Still some time for you to talk about anything that you may need to talk about. You're not exactly there yet. But how would everybody like to approach? Is there anything else that needs resolved? Is there any game plan that you have to try to get to the king. As you get closer, you can tell that the main continent city, the main capital city, is probably the most grand that you have seen. Haxos was grand in a fortification and like dwarven fortress type way, but the main capital and continent city of Aal'Teron is, you know, severely overshadows what Elvenglade and Haxos would even be.
This place is ancient and just made of stone, but it's just so vast and
Yes,
big.
essentially, yes.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Really dig that. Okay. Zorthos. There's a couple things I've been working on as of late, and I think you would really get a lot of use out of these. But I'm gonna give it up to you, and I'm gonna hold out like a fistful and a fistful of my personal arrows, and say, so you can either take 10 of my grapple arrows, or you can take 10 of my, we'll call them murder grapple arrows.
Well, this wand I've got is actually pretty good at just magically grappling creatures. What would I do with one of these arrows?
Well, that kind of null and voids this pile. Okay, well, even if
Can I have one anyway? I mean, I don't want it to be awkward. I feel like we should at least hug it out. I'll take one.
All right. Okay, so what these are my grapple arrows, but I've fine-tuned the wires to where, like, if someone tries to escape, whether they succeed or not, because the wires are so thin, it cuts them for 2d6 slashing damage.
Is there like a button on this thing that activates it? Like
Yep,
if
there's
I
a
already
little-
have,
Like
if I
when
have
you have
somebody
it
on the
knocked,
ground,
it's right
can I-
there. It's right there on the between the fletching. There's a little little trigger point that you can tap with your finger, and it'll unspool the wires, and then in an instant, wrap them back up.
All right, and can I just take 10 of the murder grapple arrows?
Sure, I hand them to him.
Aaron, would you like to investigate what this attachment for your bow does?
Absolutely, I would.
Okay, do me a favor, roll me an investigation check as you are examining it.
Okay, that's pretty decent. 14 on the die plus what's my investigation now? Investigation plus 4, so 18.
Okay, as you look at this more, it clicks with you like, this is a fucking fire rune. So while this is attached to your bow, your arrows will do another 1d8 fire damage.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
1d8 fire damage.
Yeah, an additional 1d8 fire damage on top of whatever they do.
All right.
That includes if somebody tries to try to grapple somebody, they are still going to take the fire damage from the arrow itself. You know, the spool kind of burning and singeing them, regardless.
Nice. All right. And the other things, Orthos, that diamond that I'm begging you not to sell that thing.
I'm not gonna sell it unless I wanna.
So I've recently studied magic just enough to where I can pull off a spell that if one of us does die, if I get to you quick enough, I can bring you back.
So you have to be quick,
I have to be really fast.
but you want me to hold the diamond. Aaron, you're starting to piss me off, man. Here, take the fucking diamond. If it will save someone's life, you should hold it.
Okay. I didn't want to just outright ask for it because I gave it to you, but...
I was just holding it, man. Here. And I
Okay.
just hand Aaron the diamond. And I'm like, here, let me get this leather armor off that you bought me forever ago.
No,
We're taking
keep
everything.
that on.
Nah, I got
Keep that
fucking,
on.
Here's
That
these
was
10
for
arrows
you.
I got for you.
That was for you. The arrow was for you. Actually, you still have a crossbow that you've never used.
I got a gun.
That's fair.
Then I got a rifle.
That is also fair.
Now I got a wand, baby. Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
All right.
Okay.
Well, either which way this pans out, it's I'd like to say it's been fun, but we've kind of had a fucked up time this entire time of knowing you. I'm pretty sure you were just kind of doing your thing, and then you ran into us, and then.
Man, I didn't expect all this. I didn't ask for all this. I was just doing the damn thing, and I ran into you guys, and
And we've been raising hell ever since.
yeah, I saw the future, bro. I'm doing pretty good. I'm like a mayor. I have like a city. I didn't tell anybody else yet, but all of you guys die in the end. So like today. So
Well,
We
That's
should-
where we're ending Secrets of
we should be very careful because when I
Uh-huh.
looked at the future, you were dead.
I hope that does not happen.
And Luna was dead. And Laos was dead. Tibbs and Xena made it. You guys, no, did not. So we need to be extra freaking careful.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals real quick.
Me?
Hey, Xena, if after this little, or not little, after this last adventure, if you never see me again, it's been fun.
I don't think I'll never see you again. Zorothos keeps talking about in his sleep about buying one big island and splitting it into a bunch of small parts and one bigger part. So I think
And
that
you-
the ultimate game plan is we all have a really good place together.
And you were there. And you were there. I pointed at Xena and I'm like, but you were not there, Aaron. You gotta be careful today.
You know,
weren't there.
you know that Dad sees things. He sees things all the time, stupid things that just don't make any sense. You know, he's kind of crazy, but it's fine.
We love him all the same. It's
He
all
talks. He talks to a book all the time. Don't you remember?
right. Yeah,
You're
we're
being a
kind
very
of
bad rap.
working past that. Anyway, and I'm in concentration on that, and it's like,
Dude, Xena's on her back, like just scratching it against the ball.
Louston, if there's anything you'd like to say before we head in, or if you just need some moments to yourself, I was about to say now's the time to do it.
Skeet.
No, no. That's something Daddy Louston would say. Big Daddy Louston would say.
Big
Not
Daddy
actual
Louston
Louston.
would say that,
Not by Louston.
but Vitalis Louston would be a little more in their feelings. And look, gang, we've been through some shit, and y'all have looked out for me the whole time, and I truly appreciate that. And I'm standing here as a new person for a second, third time in a lot of ways. I don't know what else is on the other end of this, but I know wherever we go, I hope we're together. And whatever the after of this is not the silent void that I was slipping to just a few hours ago. Because you guys were not there. And you guys are my family. And I don't want to lose that.
And I'm happy to hear you talk. So we've been friends. We've been friends for a while. And to hear you say that openly that we're family, it means a lot.
I'm honestly also surprised because you haven't talked to me for a while.
I couldn't talk.
Can we hug it out now?
Everybody, can we all just
Wait a
move on?
second.
Group hug.
No.
You all take 1 damage as you all touch Louston and it hurts.
I would also like to do a sleight of hand.
Against who?
Louston.
Ah!
Oh boy.
We're all sleight of hand.
I would like
Louston, roll perception.
I'm
I would
not
like-
paying attention because I'm like, just don't touch
Roll
me.
perception
It's-
with disadvantage.
Oh. 11.
Zorothos,
29.
what are you trying to snag off of Louston?
I just want to nut tap him now that he has nuts again. I want to be the first one before he gets in a fight.
Louston, You get ball tapped by
I was like, well,
Zorthos?
welcome back to the
Oh.
land of flesh, homeboy.
Oh, it's been weeks. Oh,
Oh boy.
I forgot how that felt.
Tibbs
Yeah, you
also
burnt
is
my
in,
hand. You
Tibbs
need to
is-
go to a clinic.
Tibbs is also
What's
in with
wrong
the
with
group
you?
hug. And you guys all release, looking at Aal'Teron. And I guess there's a few things to figure out as you slowly approach. One is, how exactly do you get to the king and the prince? 2, how do you resolve whatever the issue is going on? And 3, how do you prepare for what battle possibly lies ahead?
Aaron wanted to talk to Luna specifically, like in private.
Fitting. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
you know what?
that's
That
pretty
makes
fitting.
sense.
That
That makes
makes
sense. It makes sense. It does make
Yes.
sense. Yeah, Aaron and Luna.
Okay. So when Aaron backs away from the group hug, he grabs Luna by the hand and leads her below deck. And he's going to tell her, like, hey, there's a very good possibility that we both might be dead come daybreak tomorrow, very easily.
Okay.
And I don't want anything to happen to you, okay? Like, at all. Like,
Yeah.
even if I don't make it, I don't want anything to happen to you.
Okay.
And he's going to pull out the Ring of Resistance and hand it over to her.
Oh, that reminds me, and I'm gonna take off his ring. Here, this is yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. And he's gonna pop back on. It's like, okay. So, a couple things. If in the midst of combat you run out of spell slots, I've actually been holding on to, and I recently forgot until just a few minutes ago. I did get you some +1 scimitars like forever ago. It's still in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. Also, if you'd allow me to, something that my village has always done before any kind of big fight or big bounty, dangerous bounty, was to do up our hair in a certain way so it stays out of her face. Because almost all of us have long hair, and if you'd allow me to, I'd like to actually braid your hair so, you know, you got less stuff to worry about. And I love you. And I'm stalling, and I'm terrible at this, but I don't want things to go down over there and me not have this opportunity. And Aaron's going to pull out the 2 silver rings from the little ransacking in the kingdom previously, and he's going to hold out one to Luna and be like, so
I don't
Please?
even.
would you like to get married?
You're stupid for asking, of course. And I was waiting for you to finish talking. I
That's
love
a
you
yes,
too.
right?
Yes, and I love you too. Yes, of course. Duh. What are you saying? Of course.
And wraps her
Awesome.
up in a hug and kisses her.
Yes.
Laos and Zorthos, you guys kind of stand above deck, waiting for whatever conversation is happening with Aaron and Luna. Aaron and Luna, I'm assuming you go above deck after this moment together.
I think, like, I was just saying to Louston, like, so is it like burn when you gotta, you know? Like, is that still going on?
When I got a what?
I don't, like, you're gonna have to start eating, so you're gonna have to start doing other things that normal people have to do too. And I just, like, you sort of, it hurt to touch you, so like,
Wait a second. Is it gonna burn when I like? Oh no.
yeah, we should
Oh,
think about that.
shit.
I think that's important.
This is a bad deal.
That could work out, I would say, suboptimally.
Does it burn other people?
It doesn't burn other people if you do the right things. So yeah, it burns for a lot of other people.
Oh,
Not for me,
no.
but yeah.
Mr. Tibbs standing, he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Mr. Tibbs, you never had man talk? I don't know what they do in rabbit country, but we're just talking about, the business right
In
now.
rabbit country, we reproduce like bunnies. That's where the phrase comes from.
Okay, well then fucking does it burn for you or
No.
well
I'm
then
sure
you're a
it
healthy
does, but
bunny.
it's a different reason.
I think he's lying.
Yeah, our
I think he's
bloodline is
lying,
very
too.
clean.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
Says the rabbit. I bet your fucking people have
Roll
books that
insight on
just-
Mr. Tibbs.
Just track that fucking
Mr.
heritage
Tibbs
all
is
the way
scratching
back.
something right now.
Yeah, roll insight on Mr. Tibbs real quick.
I got 19.
I got a 23.
Yeah, you know he's lying. He's just like trying to like fit in the conversation and seem better
I'm
than you
just gonna
guys.
keep clowning. him. Yeah, fucking puffy tail. You're over here talking shit. We're doing man stuff.
This is man talk, okay?
Man
very-
stuff.
Austin can have man talk now.
He's very embarrassed.
I've slept on pillows that were harder than you.
I haven't slept in. Oh my god, I haven't slept in weeks.
This guy doesn't even fucking sleep, Tibbs.
I don't even. I don't
Okay,
even,
fine,
I
you're making me feel bad.
immediately exhausted.
All right. Anyways, well, get some rest. Rest up, because we're approaching quick.
Don't tell me what to do, Tibbs. How about that?
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm just gonna keep looking over the balcony and contemplating my entire goddamn life. Sound good?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna use that type of tone and attitude with people, you're not
Are we
gonna find.
use that type of tone and attitude.
So anyway, do we have like toilet paper on this ship?
Okay. Jesus Christ. As you walk out, Luna and
I just
Aaron,
want to
you-
help Louston explore his new body,
Oh
and
my
I feel
God.
like I'm getting a lot of flack.
Luna, Aaron, you come out as Zorthos and Lawson are exploring his new body and talking about if there's
Oh,
toilet paper.
don't touch me there. Touch me there.
Well, fucking
no.
stop fidgeting around all over the place.
Oh,
It's like your
look.
first time.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
I'm trying to be slow and soft. Let's just figure it out.
Awkward tension rises amongst the party, both discomfort and some closure as
But
they
clothes
discuss.
are on.
I'm not awkward unless you are.
It's
But-
not awkward.
No,
it's
I'm vibing.
sensual.
Yeah, we're just chilling. This is
Hey,
bros doing bro shit.
if the Luna Aaron curtain was okay, then this is fine too.
You know what? That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fair.
Yeah, but we need to lay down a tarp. All right, I'm ready to move on with the scene.
That was good. Shit, that was good. Ah!
Wow.
A few laughs are shared amongst the party.
Gotta get it
Try
out.
to make light of the situation that is ahead. Some deep words are said, a proposal has happened, and hopefully a wedding soon to come as long as the party can make it through their final venture together. The main continent city of Aal'Teron approaches, the spires in the distance. And the party has a few things to figure out. How will they approach? How will they get in contact with the king? And what final battle lies ahead on the series finale of Secrets of Aal'Teron next week?
Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Thanks for watching, everybody. It has been a blast. It's been fucking crazy. Think about like almost a year of this campaign, which is insane. Anyways, if you're watching, thanks for watching, everybody. The dates of when all the episodes are going up is soon, but the week after this episode. So yes, next week, the series finale of Secrets of Aal'Teron. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the conclusion happens to be. It's been a crazy almost year. Like 40 episodes. It started with the Uwu crew for like 5 episodes of that, and we shifted into something like this, which became a campaign that I think we've all grown to love and have a lot of fun with, and I know that a lot of you have too, and have really invested your time into watching, and I hope that you really do enjoy the way that the campaign ends next week. As of recording right now, we haven't done the finale yet. So, I mean, like, we're not doing it tonight after this episode. We're going to be doing it in a week or so the party really has some time to think about, like, what's going on. So, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. With that being said, let's do some closing words, starting with Grizz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Grizz Squatch, and hi, Mom.
Hi, Grizz's mom.
Hi, Grizz's mom.
This has been... Let me just say before the finale, before everybody gets all up in their emotions, it has been a blast and has been a fantastic opportunity, Brandon, for you to bring me onto this. I I've loved working beside you in your recent book stuff. It's been a load of fun that I never thought I'd ever have the opportunity to do, and thank you for bringing me on board for that.
And we are very honored to have you do the magic items in that book. Right now, from what I've been told, people love them, which is awesome. And I'm pretty sure it's no secret by now, but book 3, Beans and Brody's, or Brody and Beans, however we're gonna put it, whatever sounds better, we'll figure it out. Brody and Beans, Boundless Beasts, book 3, big old book of fucking monsters.
Hell yeah.
You can probably find some from Grizz in there for sure. But that's going to be talked about when Gen Con's over. That's when we're really putting all that shit together. So I'm figuring out what's going on exactly. So
real quick, I just want to go around like everybody real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Steak. Fucking, it has been an absolute fucking flying off the handle, mad fucking crazy experience getting to play with you.
No,
fucking loved every minute of it.
I'm just hanging out.
And Pastel, also Luna, it has been fucking amazing getting to know you through this. When I first heard
first next week.
Jesus Christ. No. When I first heard that, like, hey, we're gonna have a VTuber joining us, I was like, that'll be interesting. Okay. Never done that before. And it's been a fucking blast ever since. And David?
That's me.
That is you. Home Slice. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to join in your upcoming adventures. And for just being an awesome fellow player. Honestly, like you've been like the biggest voice of reason, I think, out of this entire cast, like as our characters.
What the fuck kind of lying bullshit is that?
I knew Steak was going to say something.
I accept it. Okay, I accept it, and I agree that I'm clearly the voice.
He's like seething mad. I quit.
There's smoke coming out of his ears like a Looney Tunes character.
No.
You need me to make a prop for you? Steak?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, I love you all. You're all fantastic, and I've had a blast playing with you all.
I think we can also say we love the fact that you've been here with us, and it's been an honor, man. But these aren't going to be our final words. We got one more episode still. We got one more. And then when I kill your character, you can have some words. The wedding's never happening! All right. You good, Grizz?
Yeah, I'm good.
Real David Grace.
Hey, guys. As one door closes, another one must open. And... yeah, shameless plug. We're on another show. We have a show here. We have shows there. These guys got me through some really tough shit, and I'm coming back into the D&D gaming space, really because Brandon and Steak, and then of course Pastel and Grizz too, are able to get me through a phase where I had no interest in ever playing this game ever again. And to be able to come back at it now and look at it through another lens of storytelling for the sake of storytelling and for fun with friends is really great. So I love these guys.
Glad you're here, man. It was crazy to think that we met in a Star Wars game, like what, the Star Wars game was over a year ago. And we met at Gen Con in person, and then next thing you know, we're doing this big ass campaign together.
Hey, you know what's funny is when we met, the three of us met at Gen Con, and what did I say when we were there? I said, next year, main stage. And I believe you guys will be on, if not main stage, you'll be on a stage.
Yeah, we got two seminars we're doing. It's not like a main stage seminar, but we're doing 2 seminars, but we have a big ass booth. And I think that was more important than anything. This first year exhibitors we got in as first time applying, we got in as exhibitors. New company coming out with books and stuff. It wasn't exactly like main stage, but I don't think that's what we were shooting for. What we were shooting for is like we want to have 2 books.
You guys said you were gonna get a booth.
Yep.
Fucking pulled it off.
Made that happen. Yeah, 2 books in a year. I'm ready to fucking bash my head against a cement wall. I'm so tired. I know Steak is too. We're just like, but we did it. We sure did it. Speaking of which, the books, you guys should probably have Rentucky Island by now. So you easily should, so. All right. David, anything else?
That is it for me, my friends. We'll see you next time for the final all secrets.
Yeah, weird to say that. Pastel.
I was and have been honored to spend the moments in time that I have spent with all of you in your presence, because I'm a little nobody. I'm a little non-existent VTuber, but I appreciate you taking the time to give me the time to hang out with you, all of you.
Well, it's been an absolute blast having you here, and I think I speak for everybody when I say the VTubing thing has been so cool the entire campaign, because it's something different. A lot of people talk about it. It's really cool. You know, we all like it. And just adding that extra flair to your character has been awesome. And I'm really happy that we met you and that you were part of this journey with us.
Thank you.
And I'm happy. It's super cool to see that, David, you're back into the D&D stuff again. Pastel, you're doing one-shots, going on yourself too. Grizz, you're doing stuff too, from my understanding, with their campaign that you're doing. And you're going to be a dad. There's been so much change and growth over the past year. It's kind of crazy. So, Pastel, anything else?
I guess I'll see you on the other side of whatever D&D campaign you see me on.
Yeah. Or in hell if I kill your character next week.
I hope
Don't you dare.
not.
Don't you
dare. Plus, you literally just built mechanics, and you just figure out mechanics for weddings after the last
They're
wedding.
shupper weddings. It's not like
yes. We have a place to vacate and do our
shupper
Oh
wedding.
honeymoon.
my god, that'll be the spin-off episode we do. It's gonna be a Shupper Shores wedding between Aaron and Luna. We'll get anyways. That's a story for another day. All right, Luna, you good?
Yes.
All right, Steak.
Okay, all of that was cringe.
Spoken like steak.
I'm literally gonna see you guys in a week. Fucking relax. No idea where any of that came from. If you're in the chat confused, we will be back. I don't know what that was. Fact of the day: if you use the word climax, you can thank the Greek. It originally meant ladder, but now this, next episode's the climax. This was non-sexual. That was a very weird goodbye. I don't want to talk to any of you anymore. And
Okay.
that's all I got.
We don't want to talk to you either.
What?
Yep.
No.
Yep. All the emotions, and then Steak coming out in Steak fashion. All right, everybody.
What do you expect? Steak carpet bomb
I
diarrhea is over everything we do always.
Yes. That being said,
Oh my god.
let's end it. Let's wrap it up for the night. We will see everybody next week for the series finale of Secrets of Aal'Teron. Good night, everybody.
I'll see you
This
next
is-
time.
And goodbye, Gris's mom.
Bye,
I'd like
Mom.
to say that maybe one more time.
Bye.
One more time.
Baby Squatch's grandma.
Yeah.
Baby Squatch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Grandma Squatch. All right, goodbye,
Maybe next
everybody.
time we'll be able to say hi, baby Squatch.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
Oh, hi, baby Squatch.